Hey, and welcome to Monday Night Football, where Soccertown, USA comes to you. Just Juan and I holding it down tonight.
But in honor of Diego, Season 5, Episode 12, let's go.
We've done the whole thing now. And by Episode 12, this is the penultimate episode of the year. This is the final one. We do have a big episode tonight. We got interviews with Dalton State assistant coach Rui Alvarez, Dalton State women's head coach Josh Goebel.
What did you just say?
I know. Breaking news right here. If you're watching, but if you know, you already know. And then, of course, we also have a player interview. It'll be TDA's first player to leave and go play college soccer. We're going to have Guadalupe Mina on the show later.
That is big time.
So it's a big show today. We regret that Diego is not here to hold it down. He's been a huge part of this season, and so he's missed 2 out of the last 3, though. It is what it is.
I know. I feel like he's
fading. He's fading.
He's becoming a Manny.
It's a sophomore slump.
He's becoming a Manny and a Chio, where we had them. And, I think
it's a sophomore slump. It's hard to teach the sophomores. They tend to fade late in the season. They can't handle the workload.
That's true.
We've seen it before.
But really quick, let's just, the OptiLink scoreboard, let's go over that.
It's going to be light. I'm going to let you hit them all.
Oh, so it was a very light.
Yeah, you carry it.
So we had 5 games last week. Let's start out with Tuesday. We had Jefferson beating Northwest 6-0. Girls. Jefferson boys beating Northwest 3-1. Shocker.
Mm-hmm.
Coahulla Creek girls beating Callaway 2-1. Columbus beating Murray County boys 4-0. And then it wasn't even a barn. It was a barn burner. Dalton 9, Flowery Branch 3.
Yeah.
To advance to the Elite 8.
So there we go. We're heading into this week. We only had 2 teams make it out of the Sweet 16. I think this is the thinnest we've ever been going into the Elite 8.
It is.
The Soccertown torch being carried by Coahulla Creek girls and Dalton High boys.
Coahulla will be playing here, and today, once you see this, they've already played, so we'll see how that goes. A rematch, which we're going to discuss more.
There was a chance that this game kicked off at 5 o'clock, so we could have been it's 6, but
all right.
We'll go.
Well, with that, let's get ready to go to commercial break, and when we come back, Todd, are we going to have one of our special guests, or what are we doing?
I think we're going to start off with we're going to do some Dalton High and Coahulla Creek, and then we'll kick into our guests.
All right, sounds good.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
There's never been a better time to bank with Built Well Bank. Our name is our commitment to be a well-built bank, supporting our communities for many years to come. As a community bank, we take pride in building long-term trust with our customers. After all, we live in this community, and your success is our success. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Listen up, everybody, because this next step is really important.
Okay.
Because if you don't...
If I don't what? If I don't...
Here we go.
Need faster internet? No one delivers more reliably fast speed to the Dalton area than OptiLink. So don't get burned by spotty Wi-Fi. Switch to OptiLink and leave the lag behind.
Because if you don't bring that temperature down, things could get a little messy.
Why choose Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty to sell your home? With our proven track record of success and our new digital marketing program to get maximum exposure, our realtors are here to help.
Contact us for a real estate valuation and marketing plan. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football. As we had discussed, as we were coming in out of our intro, we were going to discuss a little bit of Coahulla Creek and Callaway, because you were at that game, and not Callaway clubs or Callaway golf balls, but Callaway.
The Fighting Gardeners.
Yes. And why are they the Gardeners? If you not know, it's Callaway Gardens down there. So
That's right.
I think Diego didn't understand.
I think they're the Cavaliers, but you know what? Now they're the Fighting Gardeners. So it is what it is.
So you were at this game.
Yeah. So 2-1 for Coahulla Creek. It was a hard-fought game, and I felt like Creek were the better team for the whole game, but I feel like it took them 60 minutes to realize that. Much of the same way I felt in the game against Sonoraville. I felt like they were the better team, but it took them the majority of the game to figure it out and really put their stamp on the game. And so when I look at those two games, I'm like, they were just very, very similar, I thought. That goals by Bree Mungia and Ali Mendiola.
Okay.
The first goal by Bree, I had her describe it. She put it in over the keeper. The keeper for Callaway, she was at least 6 feet tall. Wow. And I thought that is exactly how you're not going to score. And both goals, that one she put in, it was like kind of like what we call a shot cross combo.
Okay.
And put it in the corner. And then on
like the Clint Dempsey goal versus Juventus.
No, that was not a shot cross, dude.
Oh, okay.
It's so obvious that he looked up and he chipped it.
I mean, he chipped, but I'm just. Some people call it a shot cross. If you haven't seen the documentary, you can see what we were talking about. But listen, sorry,
a goal scorer will never admit that was a cross. And then goal number 2 by Ali Mendiola late in the second half to kind of put it away. First of all, it was a great corner kick by Megan Ramsey. She put it in the back post, and Allie read it the whole way and put it in.
During the game at all that Coahulla, do you feel like they were in control the whole game? They just couldn't finish?
Yeah.
Or did Callaway you felt like Callaway gave them a little scare?
No, I felt like Callaway's real. They had a couple of players that had some speed and could break through, and that was their only real threat, I thought. For me, Jocelyn Sines, she was so dominant in the midfield as a sophomore. Like, she destroyed at times. Okay. And so based on that, like, Creek had the possession. They just weren't finishing, and it was I could tell there was a frustration growing, but I still thought it was a well-deserved win by Creek.
And now they advance on to the Elite Eight, which I know we're going to discuss later on in the show, but it is a familiar opponent.
Yeah, they get Sonoraville, and I think it's going to be another very tight game because defensively, Sonoraville is defensively sound. That was a 1-0 game that was decided in the final moments the first time they met. So this is once again another top 5 clash. I mean, this game could easily be a state semifinal.
Yes,
and we're seeing it around early.
But if they do advance, I mean, I've already looked at the brackets. They would be playing as Diego, either the winner of East Jackson, Union County, as Diego says.
Give me a break.
Which did beat Coahulla
Creek. So that's what's crazy is Creek could have to basically fight through their region to get to the final again, which really proves the strength of that region. It wasn't just hoopla. It wasn't just like, well, they're just the best in that region. No, these were 3 teams that were absolutely top 5 in the state that were all crammed in the same region. Sorry, Murray County, you just got shoved in there too. So
yes, and I know you were able to get an interview. So should we go to that interview really quick?
Yeah, let's go to the interview with Jocelyn and Allie.
Hey, this is Todd with Monday Night Football. I am joined by Bree Mungia and Allie Mendiola at Coahulla Creek. So you guys just had a big win, Sweet 16. You guys are advancing to the Elite 8. Bree, let's start with you. You had the opening goal in the first half.
Yes,
just kind of walk us through that goal.
So I took it up to the right wing and I took it all the way to the corner and I tried to cross it in, but my goals tend to go in through. So it went over the goal and into the back, swerving.
So you were shocked to see it go in.
I've had a few like that before.
All right. And so you guys were tied up going into halftime, and Bree, will stick with you. What did coaches tell you guys at halftime?
That we needed to work harder. They knew that we had so much potential. We were playing to we know how to play.
And Allie, like, it was getting deep into the second half, and it was tied up, and I know you never like to go into overtime. So when you saw Megan put that cross in the second half, did you eye it the whole time?
Yes, I was eyeing it because I was never marked. They would always leave me open, so like I knew that had to be my only chance to get us victory.
And going into the Elite Eight, you guys have a potential rematch with Sonoraville. Would you like to have a rematch?
Yeah. Yes, we would like to.
This time, hopefully not going into overtime.
Yeah.
Well, good luck. Congratulations. Enjoy the win tonight, and good luck the rest of the playoffs.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that was my fault. Jocelyn was on my brain because I was just talking about the midfield. That was actually Brianna Mungia and Ali Mendiola. Thank you so much for doing that interview, guys. Once again, those goals were fantastic.
Like they were excited to be on there, or were they a little nervous?
Probably a little nervous because they, it's just like all, and they dread the dreaded interview.
So I know you're at the game. You texted me.
Mm-hmm. Where are you going with this?
You texted. You said, "Hey, there's no concessions. What happened?" So what was the situation there?
Look, I don't know what the situation is, but here's what I do know.
It is an Elite Eight. It was a second round game. Was there a crowd?
There was a crowd. Hostile at times.
But no concessions.
Look, the referee let the game get out of hand. The crowd got hostile. There was some moments. I contend that a little bit of food might have quashed the emotion, settled.
So were people hangry?
They were hangry.
Okay.
In the stands, they were hangry. And I think it spilled over.
It doesn't help that they sit on the same side.
That does not help.
Is that a Kahala Creek thing where they don't want the opposing fans sitting on the other side?
I don't know.
Or do opposing fans?
I'm up for set up a sign right there where you come in, it says visitors, and send them around like at Southeast.
Yes.
But Sid, they just sit on the other side, and that puts emotional fans in very close proximity to one another, and sometimes it does spill over. And it's
with maybe some teenagers that are
just there
to poke the bear a little bit.
Nothing bad, but it escalated here and there.
Well,
but I'm telling you, a little bit of food would have settled everything.
Will there be food at the Elite Eight?
I'll tell you tonight when I go. I'll report back. But I won't report back next week. So any reporting I do now will all be on the video on the socials. So.
Yes. With that, let's get ready to go to commercial break. And we come back, we're going to talk the other team that's made this advance, Dalton High.
For over a century, Dalton Utilities has kept the lights on, powering homes, fueling business, and moving our community forward. With smart systems and skilled service, we deliver reliable energy right when you need it most. From storm recovery to system upgrades, we handle every connection with care, protecting your power and paving the way for a brighter future. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities, service beyond the call.
If you're purchasing your first home or you're looking to relocate, experience matters. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has a proven track record of success and a long history in Northwest Georgia and Southeast Tennessee.
Our realtors are here to help and guide you through the home buying process. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
Hey, and welcome back to Monday Night Football. You just told me to take it.
I know.
Wow.
Well,
so jumpy.
The Roy Power Hour. Here we are.
Yeah, I know. So Dalton High last week advanced to their Sweet 16 game. Now advancing to the Elite Eight.
Yep.
With a dominant performance over Flowery Branch, 9-3.
Which happens. Coach Cheeves brought this up. If you watch episode 1 of the Coaches Show.
Mm-hmm.
Coach Cheeves did bring it up where they usually get their toughest game is the first round game, and then after that it's pretty much easy until the semis or finals. And that happened. They played a tough They won the first game 4-0.
Yes, that was over Maynard Jackson High School, and
which was tougher than what they expected.
Yeah.
But then they come back and win this one 9-3. It was 9-1. I think you were sending me texts like, "Oh,
I was updating. There was a time there when the score was like 6-1. It went like 7-1, and then 7-2, then 8-2, then 8-3, and then 9-3, and it all happened in the course of about 15 minutes. It was pretty wild. And, you see these matches, and I know there were subs made at the end of the game, and it probably got a little more loosened than Coach Cheese would have liked. But it really was like a dominant performance all the way around in terms of what was that, beatbox?
I don't know.
Yeah, it was a dominant performance all the way around by Dalton, and which is exactly what you would expect. I'll say with the difference between the first round game and last week's Sweet 16 was the finishing. The finishing was off against Jackson, and they hit the post. It was just wide. They were missing right and left, and the shooting boots were on in the second game against Flowery Branch. Everything they scored in the first 40 seconds.
Wow.
So
and now they go on to make it another run, but now for them to potentially play in the final, they're going to have to go potentially through the private school sector.
They are going to go through the private schools. It's going to be private schools from here on.
Unless the final. The final.
Yeah, and so interestingly enough, if you look at the brackets, the side that Dalton's on is pretty much loaded with private schools. Matter of fact, that's all that's left on their side of the bracket. On the other side, there was only one private school on the entire side of the bracket. It is Westminster. So pretty much from here on, they're going to be fighting through private schools. We'll start with St. Pius. That game is tomorrow night at Dalton High. I think. Do you have a start time for that one?
I didn't see it, so it's either going to be 6 or 7. Since it's Dalton, most likely 7. Give people their time. But then if they win that, they would play Friday versus the winner of Marist Benedictine. Yeah. And then obviously on the other side, you have Centennial versus Midtown, and then Walton Grove versus Clarkson. So there's actually
which put out Westminster.
Yeah, so there's no private schools on that side. So that's all public. So I think Dalton's got the harder end of it.
Oh,
if they can come through.
For sure.
But they've done this before.
Well, I'll say this. They got the bigger names and the more like soccer heritage on that side of the bracket.
Yes. I mean, you think about St. Pius was the standard for years.
Yep. Dalton put them out last year.
Dalton put them out, but Dalton was finally able to go over that. So St. Pius is going to come in with a little bit of revenge.
Sure, they got motivation.
So we'll see how that goes. I know you're able to actually get an interview with Coach Cheeves. Is that correct?
Yeah, I got to.
So should we?
Let's go to it.
All right.
Hey guys, it's Todd with Monday Night Football, joined by Dalton head coach Matt Cheeves. Coach, you guys had a nice Sweet 16 win tonight. You guys go out winners 9-3. Jump out to an early lead, big lead at halftime. What was your message at halftime when you're sitting on a comfortable lead?
Well, the message was to come out and play, with full intensity and to play to the quality of soccer that we expect to play. So that was kind of the main focus. We were really talked about two things: possession and pressure, and that was our goal, was to come out and play that well. So
what did you like about tonight's performance from your men?
I like they scored early. We scored 40 seconds into the game. There was some intensity and focus with that, and I thought the first half we just clearly controlled it, and the second half we came out and kind of did the opposite of what we talked about doing.
So I guess that would be the part you dislike most about the game. What do you guys want to improve on, like just in the few days you have moving into the round of 8?
We got to clean some of the stuff up from this game, be more focused. It wasn't just giving up the goals that they were sloppy to give up. Our touch was off sometimes. We switched the ball to the other side, and instead of giving the pass to the man's feet, we were behind him 10 yards, we were in front of him 10 yards, or the guy had to take what should have been a routine pass. It had to be a chest trap brought down. That slowed the game down. Time and space are aligned in soccer, and when a guy has to go out of his way to backtrack 10 yards to get a ball, when he gets it, he no longer has the time available to do what he wanted to do. So we got to clean it up and be much more accurate in that regard.
Well, Coach, I know you're a perfectionist. Do your best to enjoy this win and moving on to the Elite 8, and good luck the rest of the playoffs.
All right, thanks, Todd.
And welcome back, man. For a man, a few words.
Hey, I know he gave me a nice interview. I wasn't expecting that, and you know what? We bond over roller skating.
Well, yes,
we have a bond
he's an
that a lot of people
exceptional roller
know.
skater, though.
That's right. I know
he's an exceptional roller skater.
He just likes to be able to like talk to somebody else that understands the roller skating lingo.
No, I think he's a great guy, great coach. During the season, he's just focused on getting the best out of his team.
And you heard him, like, you know, he was disappointed that they gave up the goals at the end of the game, and you know, and it's like I said, even though you know he makes those subs, the expectation is exactly the same.
So. Well, we'll see how that goes. Obviously, as we said, they will play tomorrow versus St. Pius down at Harmon Field. I know for a fact they will have concession stands. They will probably have a wide selection of concessions. So there will not be any hangry people at that game. And it will show St. Pius that, hey, look, got to step up your food game.
I don't know what their food game is.
It's probably popcorn and snow cones.
That's terrible.
So, it's St. Pius.
Okay.
Catholic. Maybe some holy water and some bread.
You know what?
Yeah.
We just need to.
Hey, I'm Catholic. So.
He's got precedent, I guess.
But with that, let's get ready to go to commercial break. And time when we come back, what are we going to discuss?
We got interviews coming up, so hang around.
Oh, yes. We got interviews with who? Ruri Alvarez.
Josh Goebel.
Coach Josh Goebel. All right. We'll see you here in a few minutes.
Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you.
I'm Tyler Hudson of Shankly Elite Training in Dalton, Georgia. We train a huge number of the region's aspiring soccer players. I moved my business and personal banking to Builtwell 2 years ago. It's important for me to work with a community bank where I know them and they know me. Because they make things easy for me, my bank is Builtwell.
Member FDIC.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
There's a lot going on in Dalton. And thanks to OptiLink, you can stay connected to it all. When you call, you'll talk to a real person who could be your neighbor and cares about getting it right the first time. From setup to support, our team works quickly and carefully to deliver internet, TV, and phone service you can count on. We make staying connected simple so you can focus on what matters most. OptiLink. Real people, real service, real connection.
And welcome back to Monday Night Football. Man, we are blessed today, Todd.
Oh, yeah.
Not only do we have a great guy, we have probably the busiest man in Dalton soccer.
That dude's all over. This dude is all over the place.
Yes, he is. I mean, he does so much. He does his own thing, tiki-taka soccer on the side. Yes, but now, as of about a couple of weeks ago, you are now going to be an assistant coach at your alma mater.
Yes,
How does that feel?
By the way, this is Dalton State assistant coach Ruri Alvarez.
Sorry about that.
If you don't see the blur going all around town.
Honestly, it just feels amazing. Obviously, I think you guys know that I was there 4 years ago. worked under Coach Safe, and honestly, just being back, kid you not, just nostalgia. Being back in the office, getting to see Sherman, Veronica, just all the other athletic coaches in there. Just feels like you're back at home.
That's awesome. So what has been going on since we last saw you? You were with TDA, winning a state championship, like building a program there. So what's been going on since you left there?
Since I left TDA, basically all I've been doing is honestly playing soccer, living soccer. I started my own training soccer business, and just been enjoying it, man. I get to do what I love each and every day, and I'm just blessed to do it every day.
And I think the last time we had you on here, you had one child, right?
Yes, sir.
So now you have
two.
Yep.
Now we have two.
So how does that feel? And they're under the age of 3 or 4?
4, sir.
Oh,
yeah.
It's a busy household.
Oh yeah, no, trust me. I'm running on 3 cups of coffee every day. But no, I enjoy it. I love being a father. That's one of the biggest reasons why I kind of stepped away from TDA. It was a little overwhelming in certain points. Nothing to do with the school or the team. Absolutely loved them. I think TDA were just some of those 2 years were the best years of my life. Got to grow and learn a lot as a coach. But yeah, I'm a big family man. I love my son. I love my daughter. I love my wife. And at the end of the day, they come first.
Yes, sir.
So what do you miss most about that time period at TDA?
Honestly, my team. I love that team. No one knows the hard things that we went through. Just a lot of crazy stuff that would happen. Immigration issues, my players having to work and balance education, and just having to do all of that. It was extremely tough. Just because I didn't do that. Respectfully, I don't think you guys did that. Some of my players were paying rent at the age of 15, and you can only imagine having to pay rent, having to buy your own groceries, and then having to deal with me, and I said, like I said, now respectfully, I don't know if I ever told you guys a story when we first started, we only had 6 players that were passing their classes. And then at the end, we had, I believe about 30 players passing their classes, graduating, some became fathers, some went out and tried out pro, and they just became good men. So honestly, I just miss them the most. It was fun every day.
Right, just watching kids grow up to become men right in front of your eyes.
Yes, sir.
And you set the standard. I mean, you came in season 1, state title. Second season, y'all made a good run. Lost to Atlanta International team, obviously. And the one thing that Todd and I see still, we still call them the Fighting Ruries. Those kids still don't sit down. They're still
it's a culture. It's culture established.
Yeah. So obviously, we know you've transitioned from TDA, now going back to your alma mater. And what led you to go to this little shift in your career?
Yeah, honestly, first of all, 2 things. One, to obviously keep learning. I believe as a coach, you can always grow. And second, mainly for Dalton, mainly for the community. I think I've told you guys before, Dalton gave me so much. Like I said, now I have a wife. We both played for the Dalton State program. Now we have 2 kids. And, I love this place. It's very special. I think we have so much talent, but, I'm not afraid to say it. I know, some people might be upset, but we like guidance, we like discipline, and everyone's looking for the D1 offer, everyone's looking for this, but at the end of the day, I mean, it does not get better than Dalton State. I was able to graduate, I got my degree, I was able to start my business, and again, I could have left, but I ended up staying. So I believe that we're just missing a little bit of guidance and discipline, but overall, just to give back to the community, especially for players like, Alex Santiago. Had a good conversation with him a couple of days ago.
How about that?
Yeah.
Right.
As I said, hey, man, thank God I'm there now. Hey, what does your future look like?
Right.
Are you trying to play in college? What would you like to do? He's like, yeah, coach, I would love to. And so, those are the type of players that we're going after, the players that want to be committed, the players that are humble and that obviously want to, see what the college level is like.
And that's the thing that Todd and I have noticed. Like you talked about, you want to give back, give guidance to the kids. We've noticed that a lot of kids do go away, attempt to play college. They either make it a semester or first year, and then they come back. Great pedigree, but either they miss family or they just – maybe they don't want to fight through the competition. Because once you go to college, even at Dalton State, you are the alpha – going against other alphas from wherever they came from.
Yeah, what do these kids get right and what do they get wrong when they're going out there?
In reality, I just think they get a huge reality check. It's not high school football. Like I said, we have the talent. We have some great coaches, some great teams, but it's a new level.
Right.
I remember my transition from high school into college. It was not easy. I remember my first week saying, did I make the right decision?
Sure.
And first week it was chaotic. It was crazy, a lot of fitness. But then, that's where you get to find yourself. But I think the biggest issue too is just that sense of accountability and responsibility that, you're just not playing football. You're also having to go to school.
Yes.
Balance.
Yeah, and balance. And, respectfully, you guys went to college. You know that in college, as soon as you step in, you've already paid the price. So whether you go to class or don't go to class, the
colleges have their money.
Yeah,
that's right.
It is what it is. And so, and that's the difference in high school. In high school, they're kind of like, hey, man, come on. Hey, do your stuff. Hey, you got a game on Friday.
Nobody doing that.
Yeah, and if you don't do this, coach is not going to let you play. In college, they don't care.
Yeah.
So I think that's the biggest difference. And, I also understand it's tough to be away from home, I'm 35 now, and I still miss my mom and dad.
Yeah.
But I think it's just a little bit of all of that put together. But yeah, I think that's ultimately it, because we all clearly know that we have the talent. Joe is going to ETSU, Ruben's going to Reinhardt. Who else from the top of my head that I can think of?
Yeah, those two that jump to like the top on the men's side anyway.
Yeah, again, great quality players. I wish them the best. Obviously, they're phenomenal people. But at the end of the day, they have to know that you're just not going to go play soccer.
Yeah, exactly. Really quick, I know we've got about 30 seconds. Anything that you want to put out there?
Yeah, about the Dalton State program, you guys are looking to do this year?
Yeah, well, obviously every year, we're just aiming to compete. We don't like to be arrogant. We don't like to say, oh, we're going for a national championship. That's never been the goal. Our biggest goal is to obviously compete, keep the name up high, and, just be able to develop these players and give them an opportunity, and, just let them have the opportunity of playing in college and truly enjoying it.
Well, Rui, thank you for coming and spending some time checking back in with us, giving us an update, and congratulations on your new appointment, and good luck moving into Dalton State's season.
Thank you, brother.
Stay tuned. We'll have more Monday Night Football coming up.
At Dalton Utilities, we go above and beyond just a call to keep you connected and informed about your natural gas. Always be alert for the distinct rotten egg smell. It's a warning sign of a gas leak. If you notice it, give us a call right away. From ensuring your natural gas line is connected to keeping you powered by peace of mind, we work till your home is safe and secure. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
There has never been a better time to bank with Builtwell Bank. Our name is our commitment to be a well-built bank, supporting our communities for many years to come. As a community bank, we take pride in building long-term trust with our customers. After all, we live in this community, and your success is our success. Well-built communities start with well-built banks.
Hey, and welcome back to Monday Night Football. We are joined by Dalton State women's coach Josh Goebel, also my co-worker at the hospital. We also played under the same college coach. We are both surgical nurses. Our specialty is both ear, nose, and throat. We don't know how that happened, but here we are.
Wait, so what was his nickname? You mentioned it to me the other day.
Whose nickname?
Mine?
No, your coach, Doug.
Doogie.
Doogie.
No, I thought he had a Spanish nickname.
El Gato.
Oh, El Gato. Yeah. That
okay.
goes back to the Mexican League here in town, in the 90s.
Yeah.
So, those who know, you know. So, Josh, tell us about you've never been on the show before. You just finished up your first year at Dalton State, head coach. How did you get to Soccer Town?
So I started playing soccer, when I was a kid, as most kids do. Loved playing the game. Stepped away for a little bit, ran cross country. I'm from New York originally, so cross country and soccer are both fall sports. So I had to choose one. I was a little better at running back in the day, so but I missed it, so I got back into soccer. Played at Atlanta Christian College, now Point University for Doogie, and
Randy Douglas for those not in the know.
Yeah. After that, I played in some leagues around Atlanta. Moved to Ohio for a little bit. Started coaching up there, and then when I moved back down to Atlanta, I got in the club game at Inter Atlanta. Was there for about 5 years. Coached high school at Chamblee High School, state champs.
Two-time, right, or one?
Two-time.
Two-time state champ.
All right, give it famous alumni you've coached.
Oh, Soleil Washington.
Orlando Pride.
Orlando Pride, yep. She's killing it. But there's so many good girls from that program.
Sure.
Her little sister's at Clemson. We got a girl at UNC, Kara Kroons at UCLA, among many other D1 players.
So what draws you to the women's game?
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, sorry, I didn't let you finish.
No, it's okay.
Go ahead.
I'm still in high school.
Yeah.
No, and then after high school, I was able to be an assistant at Life University, which is funny because they're in our conference.
Yeah. Boo.
Bad blood. And then, when I got there, Meg asked me what my goals were, and I said I wanted to be a head coach at the college level, and she said she'll help me get there. I didn't even know the Dalton State job came available, and then she said, you need to apply for it. And I did. And someone liked me there enough to
worked out.
Offer me the job. So I'm here now.
So circling back, what is it that draws you to the women's game? You've been coaching it for a while now.
Yeah, that was the team that was available when I started coaching club up in in Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, I was kind of rolled with it. I've always been drawn to the women's game from when I started at the club level, just because I feel like the girls don't understand how good they actually are, and they need that little bit of boost. Yep. Guys, on the other hand,
the exact opposite.
They need to be settled down a little bit.
You can't show me anything. I already ball out.
So if you can get the girls to buy into the system and buy into you as a coach, they'll run through a brick wall for you.
So we know you're at Dalton State. You'll be going into your second season. Obviously, last year you got a late start with recruiting, so you dealt with the chips that were given to you, try to recruit. And I know we've talked off camera, and I think this year you're trying to get your numbers up to about 30, 32 this year, or where are you looking at?
Yeah, anywhere between 28 and 30. I mean, I'm at 26 right now, so I'd take a couple more, but I feel like we've built a really good squad so far.
And
even though it was your first year, though, it was a record-breaking year.
Yeah,
it was.
Yeah,
it was.
So tell us something about the records.
So most wins on the women's side in school history. We hit 10. That was one of our goals from day one. And now we're just looking for 11, 12, 13, 14.
And then Lexi Lyons breaking
Lexi, 18 goals in 17 games.
Northwest alum.
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's a sign I just threw up there. I hope that only means Northwest and nothing vulgar. If it does, my bad. We'll have to blow that out.
So you got Lexi up there, and then now you got an incoming fresh class sprinkled in with some local talent.
Yeah.
I think you snabbed a Maya Camacho from
Southeast. Yep.
What do you see that she's going to bring? Obviously, her and the freshman class that you're bringing in. What do you see them bringing to your team?
Before I answer that, got to shout out Amy Wearing, first team all conference, 17 assists.
There you go.
Another record.
Somebody was dishing all those assists to Lexi.
And they say always we're a 2-for-1 package. Without Lexi, there's no Amy. Without Amy, there's no Lexi.
So that's good.
They're awesome together, and they're great friends. But incoming class, Maya Camacho. She's a stud. She came and trained with us. She came to visit, and she fit right in. She's local. A lot of the girls on the team right now are local, so they meshed really well. Okay. She's tall, fast, athletic, can score goals, really technical with the ball. So looking to have her come in straight away and make an impact.
Well, one of my questions was, what does your ideal recruit look like? And I think you just described it. So let's kind of, I know you're probably just looking to improve on last year, but I want to focus on the player just a little bit. What is the, what are the local players? What do they need to do to stand out to you as a coach? As a recruit?
That's a great question. As a recruit, I mean, first of all, reach out to me. Let me know that you're interested. Mm-hmm. But, things you can do on the field, a lot of it plays into, your work ethic, what happens, how you respond to things. What happens when your team scores a goal? Are you just turning around, walking back to half field, or are you going and celebrating? What happens when you lose the ball? Is your head going down, or are you busting your butt to get back? So a lot of it comes into that effort, intensity, and attitude.
Mm-hmm.
And we see that on the girls' side, that emotion plays a lot more than it does. Like, because Todd, we've seen I don't know how many games the last 5 years, and we can see the emotion shift on the girls' side. If something happens,
Now, one of your recruits, Megan Ramsey, I promise you, she gets fired up. If something goes wrong with her back line, she will let them know. So I think when you're describing that in your head, I'm like, that's the kind of character you're looking for. And she'll be coming to play with you this fall too, right?
Yeah, going to see her play.
Yep.
Elite
Right
8,
after this.
Sonoraville, right
Yes.
as soon as I leave here, I'm heading straight to the field.
So really quick now. So obviously, this is your second year. What is the percentage? What are you looking at? Like, all right, I want to have. Or is there not a percentage? You're just looking to recruit the best talent, or are you looking to see who's the best within the Northwest Georgia, going to Atlanta, maybe bringing some overseas kids? What is your philosophy on that?
What's your mix?
Yeah, what's my mix? Well, eventually I'd like to get to about a 50-50 split.
Okay.
I feel like the international kids who are coming over from halfway around the world bring a different chip on their shoulder.
Yep.
They are here for soccer. Like they really push and drive the program. Very technical, obviously high IQ. But then there's the American kids who have that work ethic, and they are athletes. And so having a good balance between that, finding the right fits for the program. I'm not just going to bring in a girl just because she's good at soccer.
Yeah.
I've turned away girls who are very talented but have bad attitudes, and vice versa.
Well, because we know one bad apple can.
Oh yeah, been there, done that.
Yep. So. Well, anything else you'd like to add? Because we got about 30 seconds here that you know for your program.
Yeah, plug the program. Do whatever you like.
Yeah, anyone who's interested, reach out to me. My email is on our website, daltonstate.edu. DS Roadrunners. Really excited for next year. Excited for where the program's going and see how far we can go.
And guys, if you haven't seen them play, please go watch them.
Come watch us play.
They do play at Dalton Stadium, which is wide for girls, so it makes it even better.
I love it. I love it.
But like I said, thank you to Coach Josh Goebel. Thank you to Coach Josh
Goebel. He's heard that one. He's heard that one before too.
Yeah. But appreciate you, and good luck to the Lady Roadrunners in 2026.
Appreciate you.
Discover what a strong, locally owned community bank can do for you.
I'm Tyler Hudson of Shankly Elite Training in Dalton, Georgia. We train a huge number of the region's aspiring soccer players. I moved my business and personal banking to Builtwell 2 years ago. It's important for me to work with a community bank where I know them and they know me. Because they make things easy for me, my bank is Builtwell.
Member FDIC.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.
Why choose Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty to sell your home? With our proven track record of success and our new digital marketing program to get maximum exposure, our realtors are here to help.
Contact us for a real estate valuation and marketing plan. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow, you are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh yes, we can. Come see us.
Man, welcome back to Monday Night Football. We've just had interviews after interviews. We had Coach Rury on, from assistant coach from Dalton State. We had Coach Josh Goebel, the women's head coach, on. Now we have Guadalupe Mena from Dalton Academy, who will be going on to continue her soccer career at Berea College in Kentucky.
That's right.
Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
So,
well, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys.
How does it feel to be on the show?
Feels very wonderful. Very excited to be here and just
Did any of your teammates know that you're coming on?
No, they did not know. So whoever's watching this, hi guys, it's a surprise to y'all.
Well, I mean, just in typical Todd fashion, I didn't give her like a whole lot of heads up. So Well, Guadalupe, tell us, what's your soccer story? Like, how old were you when you started playing?
So I started playing when I was 7 years old. I started just playing at recreational teams, here at the rec, actually.
Here at the Matt Gaston Community Center?
Right here. I started playing here, just at little small teams. Yeah, I was just a little girl. I didn't really know I was actually gonna get interested in soccer, but then I actually started playing through my whole life. Then I moved to other leagues, like church leagues here at St. Joseph. I started playing there. Then I got more interested, and then I started playing here at middle school. Then went to TDA, and then played in here in NSA Bells, and then up to this news playing for college.
So when did you, how old were you when you started playing for club soccer? When did that become a part of your life? Because I know for most people, that's one of those things that it's a huge time commitment. Yeah. You're like, I'm in it.
That was actually about 2 years ago. I started playing for NSA Bells.
Very interesting.
So do you play with the same team that is Ellis and Maya and them, or you play on the different team?
Yes, so I actually play for both. So I play with Ellis and Maya, and then I also play for the U8 team with Jacobo, if y'all know him, Coach Jacobo. Yeah, and then I play along with my sister, Jocelyn Mena, that plays for Dalton High School and then NSA Bells.
Which I will say, Coach Jacobo, and I guess we got to specify because we got a few of them.
Yes.
Coach Jesus Jacobo at Murray County, also a coach with NSA Bells, is probably the best hype man and the best social media man we have in soccer around here, because he's always pumping the players up and putting their stuff out on the social. So big thank you to Coach
So
Jesus
really quick,
Jacobo.
Guadalupe, you mentioned it. So you were at TDA. You have a sister that is currently playing?
Yes.
At Dalton. So how does that go in the household?
So basically, I don't know. I mean, for me, TDA stood out so much to me towards their pathways, what education they had gave us. And I was always solely towards the marketing side. And TDA was so huge with marketing. They had this program for DECA, which you would pitch ideas for competition and stuff like that. So it just stood out to me. And I was like, hey, why not just go to TDA? And then for us, since there's a thing for zoning schools, we were zoned solely for Dalton High School. So my sister just decided to stick on, especially with her friends over there too.
Okay. Well, and that's good though that you discuss the pathways, because I think that's a little bit that gets lost in this whole shelf where everybody thinks that TDA is it's got the bad name because at one time it was Morris and then they regrouped it, but it does offer pathways for kids that maybe Dalton High does not offer that. And you just mentioned that you like the marketing way,
Yes,
and that's why.
I've heard that a lot, actually. Some of the learning opportunities over there are just very specific and focused. And for kids who know what they want at that age, that's the way to go. I mean, that's a good thing for them. So
let's discuss a little bit about your season this year. Obviously, this was actually a big monumental season for y'all. Y'all got your first.
Not their first win. Coach Jacobo corrected me on that hard.
So it was his second one. Okay.
That's right. But they won a couple this first year.
Yeah.
Did you feel like this year's team was a little bit more competitive than the years past?
Yes, definitely. We did get a lot of new players. Yeah, we were still developing, but I feel like there was such a huge difference this year. We pushed hard. Yes, we were kind of limited with players since our school is very small, but I feel like we just did overall with the experience. All the girls kept pushing hard. Even if though they were still learning, you could literally see by their faces they wanted to learn. They wanted to keep going. And I feel like overall, the way of level of experience with with soccer, I feel like it overall went well, and I feel like there's such a big difference. Yes, we did go with some tough losses, but I feel like more from that, I feel like the girls just kept going, and I feel like that's one of the good things that I've saw here about the season.
So being at TDA, a school that doesn't have a rich soccer history there, how did you make your way to play college soccer? How did you stand out?
So I always like to be humble towards myself, but I started since freshman year here in the Lady Puma soccer. I just kept finding my way, trying to like keep progressing. Middle school, I was not always the best, but I loved soccer, so I wanted to keep going. So I would always try to like train a little bit more extra, have that extra time. Sometimes I would go training with Coach Ty, if y'all know him. I would go train with him. I would have some other days where I would go with my sister. Hey, let's go practice a little bit more. That's whenever I started developing more. Over here, whenever I got to TDA, it got really much more competitive. Yet again, how our team was very developing. So that's whenever like I kept pushing more hard and just keep trying towards my limits. And that's also whenever I started playing club soccer, and that's whenever I saw like a whole different side of like playing soccer wise, and I learned throughout my way there. I kept pushing hard. First year it was kind of iffy for me because yet again I was still developing, but then the right and like to the last to the season of the first year, I started getting way more better. I started changing. I started thinking of how to do it, and thank you to Coach John, the one in charge there in the NSA Bells. He taught me like a different way of how to like play soccer and have a whole different mindset. So I feel like that's one of the ways that kind of changed me towards getting there to getting recruited to a college.
And really quick here in the last minute or so, what are you looking forward to going to play in college now?
I'm just like I'm very excited. I feel like I just want to make a new change. I want to know that over here, like, girls can make it. You just have to be patient. Like, I was always patient towards myself trying to get recruited to colleges because I had gotten other different offers, but I was always patient towards myself. I was like, there's going to be a right time for me. And I feel like, I don't know, Berea just went out to me and called out to me, and I feel like I just want to make a change, and hopefully over there in the college, I'll make a change too towards their soccer season, and hopefully everything goes out well.
Well, wow. I mean, look, I'm very, very impressed. Ray, you are getting a very good student athlete. Guys, give you, like I said, we have Guadalupe Mena here going on to continue your collegiate career, and good luck to everything you have in the future.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for coming to see us.
Yeah, thank you.
At Dalton Utilities, we go above and beyond just a call to keep you connected and informed about your natural gas. Always be alert for the distinct rotten egg smell. It's a warning sign of a gas leak. If you notice it, give us a call right away. From ensuring your natural gas line is connected to keeping you powered by peace of mind, we work till your home is safe and secure. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
What are you getting your wife for her birthday?
Well, I was thinking about some diamond earrings.
Wow. You are getting Kim diamond earrings.
I just was thinking about it.
Oh.
Are you thinking about a new car? Now's the time.
I'm thinking you're doing too much thinking.
Well, I think that you may be right. Remember, at North Georgia Toyota, we say, oh, yes, we can. Come see us.
Listen up, everybody, because this next step is really important. Okay. If you don't...
If I don't what? If I don't... Here we go.
Need faster internet? No one delivers more reliably fast speed to the Dalton area than OptiLink. So don't get burned by spotty Wi-Fi. Switch to OptiLink and leave the lag behind.
If you don't bring that temperature down, things could get a little messy.
Hey, welcome back to Monday Night Football. Big thank you to all of our interviews tonight, including Gigi Mena, which you just saw that interview. Fantastic young lady. Wish her all the best. I know she's going to make Soccertown proud when she goes off to school.
I know, and she's got, going to Berea, which is out of her comfort zone, but she's looking forward to the challenge. But really quick, Todd, I mean, this show went by. I mean, we had a lot of interviews, but let's give a big shout out to the teams that made it to the second round. North Murray County losing, going out, but they had
Columbus,
a great season. And then both Northwest boys and girls. I know for the boys, probably wasn't the way they wanted into the season.
No.
As they were.
That was a heartbreaker. That game went into overtime, 1-1.
But if you look at it, the other favorite got put out as well.
Yeah, Johnson did not see this. I'd say two of the teams that were absolute favorites to make it to the final go out in
3A. So with that, obviously, get ready to watch some soccer. This is our last episode of Season 5. Thank you guys for being on the ride with us. When we started this journey, I didn't think we'd get to Season 5. Here we are. We've learned lessons.
Have we?
Yes.
Have we?
Yes, we have. But thank you guys for joining us throughout the season. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We will we'll still be able to follow us on our social media contents on Monday Night Football.
Yeah, we'll continue to follow Color Creek and Dalton as far as they go on their socials. So,
but really get out there and support if you can. Go watch the games because if they win, there will be.
And I don't think we say it, but a big thank you to Elliott Media for making this possible. This entire season would not be possible without Elliott Media
and Brandon Brown.
Thanks, Brandon, for being patient with us.
Yes,
and also we are at the Mac Gatson Community Center where we film every week for 12 weeks.
All right, guys. Till next year.
For over a century, Dalton Utilities has kept the lights on, powering homes, fueling business, and moving our community forward. With smart systems and skilled service, we deliver reliable energy right when you need it most. From storm recovery to system upgrades, we handle every connection with care, protecting your power and paving the way for a brighter future. We keep going till it's right. It's in our name. It's in our DNA. Dalton Utilities. Service beyond the call.
If you're purchasing your first home or you're looking to relocate, experience matters. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty has a proven track record of success and a long history in Northwest Georgia and Southeast Tennessee.
Our realtors are here to help and guide you through the home buying process. Coldwell Banker Kennard Realty, where experience lives.
Guiding you home for over 50 years with offices in Dalton, Ringgold, Calhoun, Cartersville, Cleveland, and Ooltewah, Tennessee. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Coldwell Banker Kennard.
There's a lot going on in Dalton, and thanks to OptiLink, you can stay connected to it all. When you call, you'll talk to a real person who could be your neighbor and cares about getting it right the first time. From setup to support, our team works quickly and carefully to deliver internet, TV, and phone service you can count on. We make staying connected simple so you can focus on what matters most. OptiLink, real people, real service, real connection.
A decision to start an independent Christian school in Northwest Georgia is another one of those moments that changed everything.
We're a college prep school that doesn't have to hide behind our message because there's no state that tells us that we can't preach Jesus at all times.
Christian Heritage has an element of impacting the whole child that has been an amazing benefit for my kids.
That's the thing about Christian Heritage. This place has a way of pulling you in and making you feel like you truly belong.